Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Innkeeper, and today we're going to be playing some Timber and Stone, the Land of Islay Season 3. We just had our live stream event, and we constructed these beautiful walls. Finally! Okay, merchant, bugger off. Okay, with your poor deals. Look, the merchant is willing to buy a 1,146 animal fur for 14 coins. Also, we have a merchant, apparently, which is good to know. I'm pretty sure I can't remember him. There's no text showing him, so I guess I went out before he spawned in. I guess that's probably what happened. No! No, go away, trader. You're ruining my intro. What was I saying? Yeah, walls. They're beautiful. They're constructed. They're living free. Oh, you insane? Are you insane, man? Look at this. These walls are fantastic. I'm getting a bit blurry, actually. I can't imagine the compression of me moving that fast when it finally gets to YouTube. Anyway, I just constantly deny these deals, because I do not want to deal with them. I'm not sure if actually he wanted to give us stone then. No, I'm not sure if he wanted to buy our stone for 56 coins. I should have actually double-checked that, because that would have been a pretty good deal. But that's the thing. I looked at it, I was like, okay then. So basically, he wants 56 coins for all of this stone. No, not worth it. Well, I always look at the bad side of it. But there we go. The walls are being constructed. It's rather fantastic. We also constructed the walls on our tower right here. I think we still need to do a little bit more work with them. But for the time being, they will do. Apparently, there's a spider near Mood. Right there, there we go. Lovely little spider. We do need to sort of increase the height of these walls, though, just so the farmers stop seeing skeletons over the ridge. So if anything, we should do that right now. I'm not too sure if I'm going to make this a proper wall yet. We can eventually get down to it. The only problem with it is that making the umber brick on the other side is a bit of a pain. But for now, you know, we're not going to bother with it. We're just going to make it taller, which should be all right. I mean, we can actually go one block higher. So it's going to be a bit awkward to make this. Then again, they can climb up here. So that should be all right. They should be able to climb around the place. In fact, we'll put a timber brick there just so they can climb up. The only problem with it, though, is the fact that they will just sort of be going all over the place. And by that, I don't mean go all over the place. I actually mean they're going to get stuck, is what I was trying to say. But for some reason, I said go all over the place. So we're just going to very quickly construct these walls. And then we're going to get down to the business as usual when it comes to the Land of Islay. It's pretty fantastic. We had a very good live stream, for those that are wondering. If you missed the highlights video, it has been uploaded. Episode 86.5. I always do the point, because it's not really a proper episode. It's like sort of half, like in-between episodes. So it's a good idea to put like the 0.5 in there. It's always nice. So there we are. Good 4 hours of work, though. It really wouldn't have taken 4 hours, to be honest, if I had to do it in a sort of normal way. I mean, the problem really was that we needed more resources. I kept running out of stone and timber, which, you know, is normal. It's part of the game. In fact, we will need a little bit more stone. I have set up a new mining location, as I said I would, and we really should just sort of keep mining with it. I know we have a few miners on duty, so, you know, just keep them mining, keep them happy, and let's see. If we go down a little bit further, then I'll feel a little bit more confident mining in every direction without any real bother. So we're just going to keep doing that until we get to about this point. I feel good about that. And then so around about here, let's see. So 3 blocks high. Yeah, we'll be pretty good to mine in any direction that we please without sort of accidentally popping up over the terrain. We will not have the ability to mine into the moat, though, which, I mean, why would we want to do that anyway? So we're pretty much all good to go. And I did mention that we constructed these walls right here. I do need to put doorways in front of these. I have removed the mine carts that were there previously. They've been there for a while, so it's a bit sad to see. I keep thinking that it should be a bit taller, and we might make it a bit taller at some point. For now, though, I sort of consider it done. I just don't really feel like there needs to be anything extra of these kind of walls. I mean, they're about the same size as these ones. In fact, I think they're 1 block lower. Actually, are they? Kind of. I think the problem I have, which I've just realized right now, is the fact that we don't actually have 2 block thickness when it comes to the castle brick chiseled on the top layer right here. In fact, it would make sense for us to go up by 1 extra layer, and we might end up doing that. But, like I said, let's do it now, damn it. Let's just do it now. I keep thinking to myself, I'll do it later, right? But I won't actually do it later. I'm just going to screw around and keep sort of going, you know, well, like I said, just screwing around. The only reason I don't want to go 1 block high is because of this doorway, but I guess we're just going to have to live with the fact that this is going to go 1 block higher up than we really would like it to be. So we're just going to have to mine this up right here, mine the other side up as well. We won't have any doorways going into the other towers just because it's too messy. The towers are too small. So we can't really do much with that. Well, we might be able to. Oh my god. I keep coming up with ideas. And things that I do want to do, but don't want to do, because there's too much of a kerfuffle. I mean, we could do it, though. We'll just have to mine this up. And then have maybe... Well, then that would be it, wouldn't it? Oh, no, because this side's a bit screwed up. See, that's why I don't want to do it. But we're already doing the weird screw-up thing on that side anyway. So you know what? It's too late now. Actually, we shouldn't mine it from there. See, we can't, because we have to get rid of this bit. Which I guess I'm okay with. Damn it. No. It's too late. We're not doing it. I'm going to go back from that. We'll mine up those two. That's fine. We'll get a nice walkway up here as well. Make sure it's of the same level. So let's go to our brick right here. Make sure it is chiseled or trimless even. And then we'll just sort of move along from this point on. Make sure it's one block higher up. Do we want to have any sort of crenellations on the other side that meets the grass? Probably we do, just to add a little bit more detail. We might get to that. I'm not really too sure yet. In fact, it might look a little bit strange, especially if we want to stick to the design that we have on the exterior side of the building. I mean, it will just sort of have one block and then 2 blocks of thickness and then a crenellation. I think it would just be a little bit strange. So we're just going to stick with leaving it blank on the other side for the time being until we really feel like it should have a little bit more decoration. You know, it's got to be a nice castle. Decoration's probably a good idea. It's always a good idea, I feel. It's what the castle's really based on. Nice decoration. It's always nice. Is it actually useful? I mean, yeah, I think it's actually useful. If we ever get attacked, all we have to do is chop these 2 off. And then just probably chop this off as well. We're going to live in the castle forever. Okay, we've got room for trees. So we can plonk trees down right here. We can get rid of all this and put our farmland there. We will live indefinitely. It'll be great. The only problem would be necromancers. Because they can hurl fireballs at us. But if they get close enough, our archers should be able to fire from here. So we should be pretty much good to go. Although we will get surrounded very quickly by enemies. And all the town around us will be just shattered. Sort of, well, be burning. It'll be turning to ashes. It'll be just really, really dark to see. But our castle will be relatively okay. Might take a little bit of fire damage every now and then. If they get a lucky fireball off. But hopefully, we'll just use our human sacrifices to save the architecture. Look, for some reason, I value the architecture more than I do our Stonehearthians. No, that's a different game entirely. Well, it's not a different game entirely. It's very similar, but still a different game. Timber and Stonians? Doesn't make sense, okay? You've got Hearthlings in Stonehearth, nice and easy. But in Timber and Stone, and just Timber and Stonians, it's just, I can't. I mean, there's who has an and inside there? I don't know. What would you call it? I don't know. Animal? I don't know. I mean, they're still humanoids. The humanoids. That kind of thing. Islayans. I like that. Islayans. But the thing is, that doesn't make sense. It's not within the context of the actual game. It's just within the context of our world, our story that we've constructed, which I feel like doesn't make an amazing amount of sense. Are we cutting these down? We're not. Okay. Let's make sure we cut down all of these trees. My throat is killing me today. I mean, I did do a 4-hour live stream. And I pretty much have just gotten up. So, you know, very busy. I probably should have drank more water before starting, but it's all right. We can get used to that. I'm just trying to find the right tool while I'm wasting my time. Nope, mature. What the hell happened there? It's a bit weird, but oh well. We'll continue to chop down all of these trees. Are we eventually going to have like a massive forest in the front? We kind of already do, but like a proper thick forest, that kind of thing. Maybe, if we have enough trees afterwards, but it's not really a priority right now. There's a little spider right there running around doing his own thing. If we cut down our orchard over here, let's just see if we can catch up to it. Or go up to it. We're not. I mean, I'd implied right there that it was running away or something. But nope, it's not. And also, it's been cut down recently, which is fine. We have 463 logs. So we're pretty much all right, I would say, for the time being. We do need to make more stone. And I think we're already making quite a little bit of it already. It's queued up. Yep, 1,552. We can make some more timber, though. And I think 1,000 of it will be a good amount. Since they fail half the time anyway. They're like level 20. They still fail a lot. It's very, very annoying. We are upgrading our engineer to make sure they are level 12 for when we inevitably go back to 1.7, where we will try and at least defeat the first wave of enemies that attack us. Just the first wave, if we do go back. I'm not too sure at this point. Can't be bothered. I'd rather start a new series, to be honest. But oh well, we will attempt it. There we go. He's level 13 now, so we can get some ballistas set up. Although we will probably have a house here, so they'll have to get very close to the gatehouse. We'll make sure to sort of have like a little choke point where they can all go through and make it a certain thickness as well, so it's a proper line that they all get into, have a nice time. We'll make sure there's guards around here as well, and they just make sure to stand their ground and not charge against any of the enemies. That would be fantastic. We have plenty more lumberjacks, and we have new people as well, which I should really name. Let's go into the name list right here. Let's see who has... I think one of them had a name beginning with N. Here we go, Nevilla. We will change your name. Where are you? You're the miner right there. Let's see. Anyone request specifically to be a miner? Doesn't look like it. So I will say that... yeah. Okay, we got Red Dragon Ghost. Oh, okay, that's a great... oh, Red Dragon Ghost. There we go. Red Dragon Ghost. Beautiful. Red Dragon Ghost. I feel good about that. And now for the next person, of which I can't remember their name. I think they were an engineer, though. But I don't think I changed them from being. Then again, they may have arrived and I just said no to them. I can't remember that, though. Let's go back to engineer, actually, because I did it from the top to bottom. Let's see if anyone's selected. Nope. Okay, so they're around here somewhere. We just have to find them. Antioch. Antioch is on the list. Antioch, it felt like the name, the new person that came in had a name beginning with A. So I got a little bit confused. Let's see. No, these names are... I can't remember Luke. No, yeah, Luke. We got Luke right there. I think it's because sometimes I think they can randomly have their name become Luke. I'm pretty sure of that anyway. Morrigan. No, you've been there for a while. Nicole, I remember that. Nigel. Can't remember a Nigel. Nigel. I can't see a Nigel. Unless I named them on the stream a very long time ago. But they are only level 6 when it comes to their woodcutting skill. And I do remember getting a lumberjack. So I'm going to say they're probably the new person. And we're going to name you... let's see, who do we have right here? We have... Dark Eye. You are Dark Eye, Nigel. Oh, okay. There we are. Dark Eye. When they come into the world, they're given a name. And it was just, they asked him, they gave him a sort of questionnaire, like, what do you like? What are you into? And sort of, he talks a lot about the pain, and also he has a bit of a bruise on his eye that's been there since his birth. Which is pretty fantastic. It's not really fantastic. I'm not sure where that bruise came from, to be honest with you. Was it there from birth? Or, you know, was there something else going on? We're not really too sure. Hopefully, it was just a birth defect. Even though that would also be an unfortunate thing, because it would be constant bruising. But the latter would make for a poor childhood. So, you know what? It's a hard choice. Is it really? Is it really? Because I don't think it is. But there we go. Anyway, let's make sure that we move all of our workers off of here, because they're having a little bit of trouble moving around. Can you move up now? There we go. Just going to make them sort of go along one by one. Can you guys move? They're having a little bit of trouble going past certain obstacles. You have to do it sort of block by block on this point for some reason. Alright, there we go. Now they can escape. Alright, now it's your turn, Reese. Come on. Come on. You can do it. There we go. They're moving along right now. And this should stop our farmers from attacking these skeletons. The skeletons stand here. Then they can't really see the farmers other than when they're all the way back here. But the aggro range doesn't go that far, I believe. So we shouldn't have any of our farmers run after them anytime soon. If it does happen, excuse me, if it does happen, then we can just have them pretty much... well, we can't have them do anything, but we will probably just increase the size of our wall. Or we can just move the farm over here, which, you know, is definitely something we could do. But for the time being, we will not do that. How's the building going on? Yep, this is all good to see. Now we can actually increase its thickness. There we go. Thickness. I'm going to just start saying thickness now. It's pretty, you know, fantastic. Constantly talking about it. I don't think I will. continue to actually talk about it, since it's, you know, can't imagine the most pleasant thing in the world. Let's go back to RTS mode, because it's a lot easier. Don't know why I was in full control there, to be honest with you. Have I been in full control this entire time and just not realized it? I like full control. It's great for taking screenshots, that kind of thing. You know, you want to have a good spot like this. There we go. That's beautiful. Oh, wait, no, I want to go lower down. Don't want to actually gather anything there. There we go. It was episode 18 when we made this moat. It's quite a while ago now. It's fantastic, though. I mean, a grand video clip of the moat taking out, well, actually being filled with water. It was beautiful. But it was a very long time ago now. Back in my day, that kind of thing. And I feel slightly old. Feel slightly old just talking about it. Very weird. So we need to... Okay. Well, let's get rid of that bit first. We'll just sort of double up on the parts that already have stone on them, because that's where the crenellations were before anyway. Even though I don't necessarily like it, because some of these are already on pylons that exist. So it looks a little bit weird, because it goes straight up like this, which I don't really like. But I guess we'll get used to it, since it does the opposite on these walls. As you can see, it's sort of in the middle between the pylons. But oh well. You know, it's what we've been given. We can't really do it the other way without making it look a little bit strange. There is a spider near Rensid, not Ronan. So we're fine. Don't know why I thought Ronan there. I just saw the R and I just thought, Ronan. I'm thinking about a Ronan right now. Very strange. We will get the door installed. They should be able to jump through this easily. So it shouldn't be too much of a bother. Oh. Let's take a drink right there. Voice is dying. It's only been like 15 minutes. It's not been long at all. I can't handle it, man. It's painful. There you go. It's what you get for talking too much. More spiders. One near Ethan. Kind of worried, actually. There's quite a few of them. Looks like a bunch of them spawned over to this side of the map. I think I've designated which way is north and which way is south about 12 times. All of them being in different directions as well. I keep forgetting what I'm saying when it comes to what direction north is on our world. Since we don't really have a sun. Oh, no, we do. Does it actually move? It feels like it's moving. Of course, we have the Eternal Light mod on. So I guess it's just sort of probably moving a bit. Where is it moving? This direction? Yeah. Okay, so this way is east. Because it rised over here. So what is this way? Okay, it's kind of an angle. Bit annoying. But when we're looking at it... Yeah. Okay, so this... We'll say this is east just to make it easier. So, you know, you got north, east, south, and west. Which is fantastic. So, yeah, that's north. That's good. We did it. We did it. I feel good about this. Anyway. We will continue onwards. Even though this is actually north. So, that would be... this is east. Which means this is north. That's south. And... Wait, what? No. No. Yeah. That's north. That's east. That's south. That's west. There we go. I got confused there for some reason. But there we go. That's all fine. I say for some reasons, because I'm a little bit of an idiot. That's all good, though. We will leave that. I'm not an idiot. I wouldn't say I'm, you know, maybe slightly ignorant. But that's fine. Very slightly. It's all good to think about, though. We need to get some doors. Let's just go for a normal timber. Actually, we can't go for a timber door. Can't do that. Let's go for wherever this is. Dungeon door. We also need to change a lot of these into dungeon doors. We'll do that later on, but for now, we'll just use the resources that we have to make dungeon doors. Because that's obviously the best use of our iron. Not studded door, dungeon door. There we go. Beautiful. That'll be our wall over there done, finally. And look at it. All the walls right now. I'm feeling much safer. Even though it doesn't make much of a difference, because we were pretty much as safe as you could be the other, you know, when the walls weren't really fully constructed, because they're only 2 blocks high anyway. Nothing's going to get through them other than spiders. Spiders are going to get through these anyway, unless they start climbing up from this point on, because I don't think they can, like, climb on the bottom of things. Actually, I'm pretty sure they can now that I think about it. They've gone into our castle plenty of times. So, you know what? We should be alright. We should be fine. Hopefully none of our warriors are actually screwing around, though. Because usually, I saw like 2 of them the other day. Oh, yep, there's one. Ask! Stayed idle. There we go. I keep forgetting to set them back on guard duty. I just forget about them. I like sort of split them into groups because the enemies sort of spread out in an annoying way. They're all standing at guard position, which is very good to see. There we are. Right. Let's get this roof done. We're sort of leaving this roof behind. I'm not too sure why. Should be nice and easy to construct. We have quite a lot of... Oh, yeah, there's that marauder. He spawned in about 2 hours in on a live stream, and he's just been stuck on that island ever since. So we're going to leave him there, because I quite like the idea of having a little warlord just sort of like, you damn dirty apes! I'll kill you all! As soon as I find out how to swim. Which would be pretty great of him. And also, he can't go on the other side, because the world just mysteriously ends. In fact, he doesn't know how he got here. It's a little bit of a sort of reality complex that he has in his mind. He doesn't know if he's real anymore. That's fine, though. We'll let him live with those ideals or ideas in mind while we construct our beautiful roof. I think I said bridge before, actually. Did I say bridge? I'm starting to think that I actually said bridge. I'm starting to go a little bit insane. That's fine. You can worry about the insanity later on. For now, though, we will just sort of build more roofing. I think is a good idea. Do we actually... Yeah, we come off the ground here. So we want to start the roof on this point right here. And then just make our way up. Just like this. And I think we need to get some more scaffolding as well. Unfortunately, this roof doesn't really connect properly. So we just have to have a little sort of flat point in the middle like this. Which I hate, I might add. I much prefer what we have right here. Because it actually looks like a roof. But oh well. That's just me getting the numbers done wrong. And by that, I mean not even counting. Just sort of hoping that it's all good because I'm focusing more on talking than I am on doing all the side stuff that you usually do when constructing buildings. Which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm just saying, you know, it could be better. Could be better. What kind of wood are we using here? Timber plaster. Okay. Timber plaster. I'm not sure how much plaster we have. I do know that a trader wanted to buy like 2,000 plaster or something like that. So we must have a good amount. That or is 200. Yep, 2,819 plaster. Is that good enough? I feel so. I feel like that's a good amount. I feel confident with the amount that we have right now. Our bricks, we're making a decent amount. Timber as well is looking pretty good. The game paused? It did. Okay, a spider's been spotted. Quite a few spiders have been spotted, actually. It's rather interesting. Is there one inside our... Why is there a crate here? It looks kind of cool, don't get me wrong. Oh yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, excuse me. I didn't mention this. I mentioned it on the stream and thought I just mentioned it here. But we did fill in the interior, as you can see, for the tavern. It looks quite cozy. Eventually we'll have a nice little walk around. This is the bar thing. There we go. It's a bar thing. We can get used to that. Some barrels of booze. Some food right here. They're like the snacks. Okay, you'll find your nuts and your crisps there just hanging around, or chips if you're American. There we go. It's quite fantastic. We got some like these are the weapon racks. You got to stick your weapon on there for, you know, when they come in. Can't have your weapon hanging around. Stick it on the rack, please. Make sure you got your name on it. Probably have like a little tag attached to it saying Ethan or something. That would be pretty fantastic. Here are the rooms. There we are. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rooms. This room has 2 beds in it. So, you know, it's quite a few. This is like the grand room as well. To get here, you have to go through this walkway. So if it's raining, might be a little bit of trouble, but you have a nice little view right here, and you also piss off the edge, which is quite nice. Or you can pee down here if you really want to get kicked out. It's also a nice little look from the bottom as well. Got a nice view of everything up here. Like you're eating, you can like sort of look over the edge, see what everyone else is eating, and think to yourself, ha, peasants. That kind of thing. It's pretty fantastic. Anyway, take another drink. Okay. Alrighty then. I sound worn out. I do apologize about that. The wolf has been spotted by spider. By sniper, not spider. I was confused then. I was like, what? Okay, so we got some wolves over here. Bit annoying. Sniper? Oh, right, okay. All of our workers over here. That's why I got very confused. Don't remove the potato farm. Nearly misclicked there. So we have 2 wolves here, unless this one's dead. No, it is very clearly alive. And it looks like a bunch more in this direction. Or these goblins. No, these are actually lumberjacks. Okay, that's also good to know. And there's a bunch of wolves over here. It looks like they're also alive. As well as some spiders. What about in this direction? Any wolves? No, more spiders though, but it looks like they're dead, apart from one of them. And over here is something. Another wolf. It's actually slightly off the map. That is really, really weird. With There we go. It entered our world and immediately went to sleep, which is always nice to see. We're going to send one of our soldiers up to deal with the wolves up here. Stuart, I think you're the man for the job. There we are. One's been spotted by Dark Eye. He's one of our lumberjacks, so be careful there, Dark Eye. You might get wrecked. And we're going to go and send this other guy, Farkas, to go and deal with the wolves in this direction. Should be nice and easy for us to deal with them, unless one of our builders gets a little bit sort of close to one of the wolves, which is something that might happen if we're unlucky. This wolf really wants to go for it, though. But none of the farmers are going for it, which is nice to see. Not that I'm aware of. Nope. Not seeing it. So I'm feeling pretty confident. Let's pause the game right now, just in case the wolves are attacking our soldier that walked up in this direction. I'm not sure where they are right now. I thought they killed him then. I thought they were like hanging over or hanging around his corpse. And I'm just like, whoa. That was very quick. Didn't even give me a warning game. There we are. Stuart's walking up. He's seeing some wolves and he's thinking, wow. This is like back in my day when Usk took me for my first day of trading. We like slaughtered wolves. This is nothing. There we go. Both wolves going head on into Stuart's face. Wow. Insane. He knows the weak spots, okay? Stuart knows what's up. Easy kills. Right, let's go over here where I think we sent Farkas. Yeah, Farkas. There we go. So let's get Farkas to move up against these two wolves. Make sure they get slaughtered like the vermin that they are. And how are we looking over here? None of the beaters... Ooh, what the hell was that? Oh, was that a spider? Yeah, that was a spider. Okay, good. I thought the wolves somehow managed to find a way to sort of walk around on top of our walls, do some crazy stuff like that. That would have been very annoying. Let's make sure we move our soldier over to the island right here. Let's check our roof. Let's see how that's going. I imagine it's going somewhere. Can we not climb up here? The builders have been having a little bit of trouble doing stuff lately. I think it's the scaffolding. And I am telling them to do a lot. So I guess they're the thing probably a little bit overworked, perhaps. Oh, no, our soldier's moving back. I can't even bother to set them to stay idle for some reason. I guess I should do that. Here we go. This wolf has already found Farkas's flesh. Smelling it, the scent of it is just unbearable, even for this wolf. Which is why it's running away now. There we are. Easy kill from Farkas. Also knows the key weak spots to the wolf, and that is basically just to slash it until it dies. There is no proper weak spot by the looks of things. Apparently there's a spider near Luke. Nice and easy for us to deal with. There's also a wolf near Stuart. Yep, those have all been killed. That's good to see. I thought another wolf appeared out of nowhere to try and combat Stuart. We have only killed 4 wolves though, which is a little bit concerning. I have to imagine there's a few more lying around somewhere, waiting to take the life of one of our lumberjacks. That should hopefully not happen, but it probably will. Okay. I hate fighting this area because the enemies don't really seem to aggro towards you if they're swimming. They like to sort of go on the water. Well, they like to go on a piece of land first. Like, look at this guy. He's taking so long to catch up to us that he sort of gives up. And we're going to try and stick on the island that he moves on to, which seems to be this one. Come on, don't leave it. Oh, he left it. Oh, there we go. Is he angry with us now? Nope, he's walking over there. Damn it, wolf. You're wasting my time. Now he's walking over here. Or swimming. Fuck's sakes. At least we're getting a nice little view of our watermill. You know, we don't get to see it enough. It was a little while ago since we made that. And also the orc goblin over there, Marauder even. Just sort of mucking around. Not too sure what to do. You can see him in the sort of shade, the background, for just a second though. It looks like the fog of war is receding. Which isn't great. Actually, receding is the opposite. It's fine. Can we... I don't want to charge the enemy because I feel like all of our AI around us is going to do it. Let's just keep following him. Oh, here we go. For fuck's sakes. Oh, come on. Get on top there. What the fuck? Wolf! Attack him! There we go. Beautiful. Okay, standing guard position. I hate fighting in this area because of that reason. The water really does screw with their AI. Of course, I imagine this kind of thing is fixed in 1.7. This is 1.6.3. No, just letting you know, FRL's probably going to be commenting like, oh, Innkeeper, that gets fixed in 1.7. Like, as he usually does with the constant bullying and threats. Actually, I don't remember any threats. But still, he threatens me with accusation. Which is fine. Oh my god, Innkeeper, why are you so bad? Fucking, you what, mate? That kind of thing. That's my response. I feel like it should be my response anyway. You want me?